meteorite impacts formed the moon's outer layer. This is what a new study finds. Few could suggest back in 1972 that a space rock brought back from the Apollo 17 mission would shed so much light on the evolution of our only natural satellite, our moon, while also hinting on the earliest geological processes taking part on the moon. The moon's crust was significantly formed under giant meteorite impacts. This is what a new study led by the Royal Ontario Museum of Canada, published in Nature Astronomy, reveals. A group of international scientists analyzed a lunar rock brought to Earth back from Apollo 17 mission in 1972, and they concluded, based on meteorological evidence it contained, that their object of study was formed at excessively high temperatures, more than 2,300 degrees Celsius, possibly as a result of a large impact event on the moon. And according to researchers, the moon's surface melted to then reform into a solid state. The Royal Ontario Museum authors state that rocks on Earth are constantly being recycled, but the moon doesn't exhibit plate tectonics or volcanism, allowing the older rocks to be preserved. This is what Dr. Lee White, postdoctoral research fellow, writes in the paper. He said, by studying the moon, we can better understand the earliest history of our planet. If large superheated impacts were creating rocks on the moon, the same process was probably happening here on Earth. According to another researcher involved in this study, Dr. James Darling, the new finding significantly changes the scientists' understanding of the moon's geology. It reveals that unimaginably violent impact events help build the lunar crust, not only destroy it. He says, going forward, it's exciting that we now have laboratory tools to help us fully understand their effects on terrestrial planets. This is what the isotope geochemist said. The scientists used the so-called electron backscatter diffraction technique during their research to conclude that the age of the rock's grain was more than 4.3 billion years, hinting at the possibility that the large impacts were responsible for forming the surface of the early moon, which is believed to be 4.51 billion years old. The mixing of our satellite's inner and outer layers may have therefore been drawn by these meteorite impacts over 4 billion years ago, the result of which can still be seen on its surface today, either with the help of our telescopes or even with our naked eye, of course. All these dark spots are, of course, the craters on the moon. This is on Sputnik News. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.